Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. It is Millie the Mermaid, and in today's video we are going to be watching the new Spider-Man movie, Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse. I remember only a few things about the first film, so I had to rewatch it this morning, to be honest with you. I'm not even gonna lie. And it was better the second time. You know, I wasn't really used to the animation style because it's so unique. It actually reminds me of like if you're watching a film without 3D glasses. And so it's just like a comic book, like how Steven was telling me. And so I thought it was a really great story. I think Miles Morales is just a very cool Spider-Man. Like he's an amazing Spider-Man. Oh, I'm sorry, that's taken. So he can't be, well, yeah, he could be the amazing Spider-Man too if he wanted to. Because what was the quote that you told me, that like anybody could have been bit by the spider? So it's like it doesn't matter what race, you know, what gender, anything, because that's what the first film of Into the Spider-Verse was showing, was that, you know, Gwen Stacy, a female, was bit by a radioactive spider, or by a spider, a super spider, and she became Spider-Woman. And then, you know, different Peter Parkers got bit, even like a little pig got bit. So what do you think
about Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse?
Yeah, what do you think about the first Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse film?
Oh, it's the best Spider-Man movie, period.
He's saying that's the best. Do you guys agree?
Like, the characters, phenomenal. The writing was very tight and excellent. The editing was great. And the overall movie was just fantastic. Like, it's really hard to make movies, and to make good ones is even harder. And the fact that they made it look like it was effortless, like, yeah, this was meant to be great.
Right.
And it made Miles a great character. Like, it made people actually Miles Morales fans. And, you know, back then the comic wasn't that great when it started out.
Wait, did Miles Morales already have a comic book?
Yeah, before this.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Before the film?
Yeah.
Okay, so he already had a comic book. And see, I wasn't aware of that.
And when he started out, it wasn't that great. He didn't really get great till the Spider-Man game came out. That game came out before the movie.
On the PS5?
When the game came out, Miles was actually a cool character. Like, you're like, oh, I want to know more about him.
Wait, what game? On the PS5?
Yes, the PS4.
Oh, the PS4.
The Spider-Man game that Insomniac came out with.
Okay.
Best Spider-Man game by far.
I have not played the Spider-Man games.
That's when Miles actually became a good character. And then you kind of see some of the stuff taken from the game and they injected actually into this film.
Wow.
But overall, he's just a great character, and it's like, it's getting the ball rolling. Now Miles it could rival now with Peter Parker. Obviously Peter Parker's the OG, the greatest, but you can honestly have conversations like, who's better, Miles or Peter? And both will have good conversations about.
Are you team Miles or team Peter? Comment down below. Or are you on both? Because they're both Spider-Man. But it would just be nice, you know. It's gonna be a great film today. I think I've been hearing a lot of good reviews. A lot of people have been saying it's really good, so I can't wait to see it. So we'll give you guys our review when we're done watching the film. Hey everybody, so we just got finished watching Spider-Man Into Across sorry Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse, the second Miles Morales Spider-Man movie, to be exact. So that was a long film to me.
It's almost 2.5 hours long.
Woo-wee. It's a lot of animation going into it. I just want to say thank you to all the animators and editors of this film. You guys did a phenomenal job in bringing the story together. And just, I want to say thank you to the actors as well, the voice actors as well. You guys brought all of these characters to life once again. So it's really been consistent with how wonderful the story has been. But what do you think about this film we're not going to spoil anything, by the way. We know this just came out, so it's not fair to spoil it. Go ahead, Steven. What do you think?
I mean, I'm a loss of words on this one. It was so good to me. Animation, I didn't think they could push animation the way they did. Like, they tried so many different styles and they were very creative and expressive. Like, it was just so beautiful and at the same time awe-inspiring. The story, I mean, the story starts off kind of a little slow at times, but it's necessary slow because the way the movie handles everything, it was just an A+. Like, I don't think you could do any better. I don't know how you could do any better like that. I thought the first movie was great and like nothing can beat it, but this one pushed it to the next level.
And with this story, they really are telling the story from a different perspective in the beginning. I'm not going to tell you who begins this story as far as Across the Spider-Verse, but I love how they brought that back together towards the end of the film. The same person who began this story is also ending this story. And so, you know, the story is not finished. There's so much to be said, but what I really liked about this movie was what I really liked about this film is that it reminded me of all the Spider-Man movies I've seen all together up until this point. And there were certain moments in this film that reminded me of Spider-Man No Way Home with Tom Holland and Zendaya and everybody else. That, first of all, wasn't that cool when all three Spider-Mans came together from like different genres and different time periods, and they all came together. This film felt like that. At a certain point in the film, there's like a moment where the stakes are really high for the main character, Miles Morales, and there's a decision and a choice that he has to make, and it reminds me of what all the three Spider-Mans talked about in No Way Home. And I think that was very important because this elevated his motivation into being Spider-Man. Like, you know, I think Spider-Man is one of those characters where like he's constantly battling with himself and being Spider-Man, and what does it really mean to be Spider-Man? It's a growth that he has to go through. But some of these sometimes when he grows, there's a lot of pain involved. You know, there's a lot at stake, and being Spider-Man is not all fun and games, even though there is a lot of sense of humor with being Spider-Man. And that's something that I learned from this film.
I mean, I like the way they set up the family dynamics as well in this film. This film really brings it home it really plays with family dynamics, and I really liked that. I liked how they had situations where Miles had to Miles is growing up and the parents are trying to figure out how to navigate that. And I just love that they really made you question about like, okay, what's really important in our lives as we're getting older. You know, we go through these things, we get older, we want to be ourselves, we want to grow up, and then from the parents' point of view, they're looking at you like you're still 5 years old, even though you're however old you are at this point, at this stage in life. And the way they handled it was so beautiful, and it felt like it's more that they could work on, while at the same time it just felt so real. An anime film felt so real.
Yeah. So, I mean, overall, we recommend that you go see this movie. You know, I suggest watching the first film first, though. You know, just because it is a good film, and if you haven't seen it already, it's out you know, it's on. Is it on Disney Plus?
No.
It's not on Disney Plus.
No, it's not a part of Disney.
Is it Hulu?
It's
What
Sony.
is it? Okay, well, it's
So
Sony.
just buy the movie, basically.
Okay, well, you guys are gonna have to buy the movie. I don't know where you guys could stream it at. If you guys know where you could stream it, please comment down below. But at this point, we are about to. We just want to say thank you for. We just want to say thank you for listening to our review. Or, yeah. We want to say thank you for listening to our thoughts and opinions about Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse. Please go see it out in theaters.
Just go see the film.
Yeah, go to the actual theater and just enjoy yourself and have a good time. And we also got a poster too, so that's what's really cool about this film. We got a poster. I didn't get a poster for Little Mermaid. I'm so sad. Wow. But I'll see you guys later. Bye.